again, everybody. It's your old pal, the History Nerd. I am back in the man cave, and in this video, we're going to revisit a pair of Tecovas cowboy boots that I have previously made, not one, but two, count them two, yes, two videos about. So let's quit burning daylight, and let's get busier than Junior Samples picking his toes in a pair of Liberty overalls. So I bought these Tecovas boots a little over a year ago, and as I am wont to do, I did an unboxing and review video about them. I did another video 2 weeks later because these boots are made of goat skin. And goat skin is said to, within a short period of time, 2 weeks, according to Tecovas, they're very proud of it, within 2 weeks, their goat skin cowboy boots will have that nice, antiqued, distressed, live-in look about them. So I did a video to show whether the boots did, in fact, perform as Tecovas promised. And they did. They looked really nice. They aged nicely very quickly. Well, since then, somebody posted on one of my Tecovas videos, "Hey, History Nerd, I noticed you bought these boots about a year ago. I'm thinking about buying a pair of them now. Are you still happy with them?" And so the light bulb went off over the History Nerd's head, and he said, "Hey, why don't I make a follow-up 1 year later video to show folks the good, the bad, and the ugly about these Tecovas Cartwright goatskin cowboy boots?" And that is how we ended up where we are right now. So let me open this box. I will note that yes, the History Nerd is a bit of a fastidious fellow, and I keep all of my Stetson hats that I review, and I keep all of my boots, I keep them in the original box in the top of my closet because it's an easy way to organize and make sure they stay protected. Now, I originally paid $275 for these boots. I even have the original paperwork, the return slip, the tag. I even have the Tecovas koozie that came with these boots still sitting in this nice box 1 year later. So here are the boots. Let me tell you a little bit about them. I know a lot of you like to wear the same pair of boots every day. Y'all, History Nerd even keeps the cardboard boot shapers inside the boot. So let me get rid of those. I know a lot of y'all like to wear the same pair of boots every day, day in, day out. They're like a member of your family. I don't do that with these boots. I wear them 2, maybe 3 times a month to work. I have not worn them lately, though, and let me tell you why. It's one of the issues that I have with these boots. My friends, as I make this video right now, I live in Alabama. It is July, early July in the state of Alabama. And my friends, outside, it is hotter than Satan's taint. Y'all, it is hotter than the hinges on the gates of hell. It is hotter than a snake's pecker in a wagon rut. Y'all, it is so hot here that the chickens in Alabama are laying hard-boiled eggs. And normally I don't have a problem wearing cowboy boots even when it's hot. The problem with these Tecovas boots are, in case you didn't notice, I am a rather girthy man. I can eat a skillet full of cornbread in one sitting, y'all. And I have big tree trunk legs. And I believe these Tecovas boots are made for scrawnier men than me because they hug my calves rather tightly when I wear them. It feels as if I've either got some needy toddler kid holding on to my calf all day, or I feel a bit like Elvis Presley with fans grabbing him around the legs, although I don't end up at night shooting out TV surrounded by groupies in white cotton panties like Elvis did. And yeah, Elvis had a white cotton panty fetish, y'all. Go Google it. Elvis, white cotton panties. Weird stuff. But anyway, I don't end up like Elvis surrounded by groupies. I end up with hot, sweaty feet because these are too tight around my calves. Now, y'all, I have a pair of Lucchese's. I don't have that issue. Have a pair of Ariat work boots that I love. Y'all, I have worn those Ariat work boots with a suit before because I love them so much. They breathe just fine. They're not tight around my legs. These are tight around my legs. So if you're a big fella like me, keep that in mind when you're looking at the Tecovas Cartwright boots. Now, as I said, these have patinaed up nicely. They've got that antiqued, lived-in, well-worn, much-loved, distressed look about them. Even though, like I said, I've worn them maybe 2 dozen, certainly less than 3 dozen times since I've got them. So when Tecovas says, look, the goat skin are made to look patinaed, they're right, they do. And I think they look cool. I like them. Now, I have also, I condition my boots. I take real good care of my boots. I use Bic 4 conditioner on my cowboy boots. And y'all, if you don't condition your cowboy boots, you need to. I swear by Bic 4 conditioner. Y'all, cowboy boots, leather cowboy boots get thirsty. And you need to let them drink every once in a while. So get you some Bic 4 and just slather it all over there, run over it with a towel, and let your cowboy boots get some hydration because they need it. Except Tecovas says that goat skin is naturally oily. So when you get these, it says do not condition these as often as you condition cowhide cowboy boots and cowboy boots made of other leathers because goat skin does not need it. So I will tell you that I have only conditioned these boots once in the year since I've had them, but appearance-wise, the distressed look, I really like it. I'm fine with how the boots look. I am happy with them. So now that we've seen the shaft, the vamp, the boots, they look good and they're holding up, folks. They aren't falling apart, but again, I don't wear them every day. So let's look at the bottom and see how the soles are doing. The soles are holding up nicely, but I don't wear these boots when it's raining outside. I don't wear them in bad weather. I don't wear them when I'm walking and over rocks and such. So I take care of these boots. So that is what the sole of the boots look like, having been worn about 2 to 3 dozen times in a year. They're holding up pretty well though. I'm fine with that. The heels look great. I'm fine with that. I will tell you one problem with these boots that is very common. And I see part of the problem is going on right now. Tecovas makes a big deal about the fact that they attach the outer sole to the midsole and the inner sole with Lemonwood pegs. Lots of high-end fancy boot makers use Lemonwood pegs to connect the outer sole, midsole, and inner sole. Lucchese does it. Any high-end boot maker uses Lemonwood pegs. Now, why is that? Lemonwood is supposed to expand and contract with the leather so it holds the boot sole tightly to the inner sole. Tecovas, I believe, yeah, they do. They use brass tacks as a backup. And most boots don't use Lemonwood pegs. They use brass tacks. As I said in one of my previous videos about these boots, the way we get the term get down to brass tacks is back in the 19th century when the U.S. Army cavalry wore their boots. The soles were attached to the inner sole with brass tacks. And if you didn't get a new pair of boots and you just wore the stew out of your boots, your inner sole would start to compact and those brass tacks would start poking you in the bottom of the foot and hurt. And that's where we get the phrase, getting down to brass tacks. So Tecovas does use brass tacks as a fail-safe backup, but they make a big deal about, hey, we're so classy, we're so fancy, we're so nice, we use Lemonwood pegs. Well, if you Google the words Tecovas and Lemonwood pegs, you will see that a common problem among these boots is these pegs just start popping out. Some people, they're sticking out, they're falling out. Some people lose them altogether. That's not supposed to happen with Lemonwood pegs. And you can't see this. I will put a photo in here, but several of these Lemonwood pegs are sticking out right now. But I will tell you, there have been times when I have taken these boots off and I look at the bottom and the pegs are sticking out a pretty good ways and I have to physically push them back in. If you remember those nail art frames, when I was a teenager, if you went into Spencer's, they had these nail art frames where you could put your hand behind the nails. You know, look, when you're a teenager, I'm sure a lot of you used your middle finger to do it. And it would show, the nails would show the outline of your hand. There have been times where these Lemonwood pegs have poked out like the nails in one of those nail art frames, and I have to physically push them back in. And like I said, if you Google it, it's quite common. People say their Lemonwood pegs popped out. There are people who say when their boots arrived, the pegs were sticking out. I don't know if it's a quality control issue that has not been rectified. Tecovas may have rectified it since those posts were made. But just keep in mind that sometimes your Lemonwood pegs are either going to stick out, so you have to push them back in, or fall out completely. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, if Tecovas is going to say we're a classy, fancy boot maker that uses Lemonwood pegs, you would think they would use the kind that stick in. I have Lucchese's, the pegs don't pop out. So there is that. There is one more issue that I've got with these boots that I want to talk about, and that is these boots fit great right outside the box, right out of the box. They are true to size. Some boot makers, and I don't know why they do this, they say if you buy our boots, buy a size smaller. If you buy our boots, buy a size bigger. Just make the cotton picking boot the right size, which is what Tecovas does. So Tecovas, I wear a 13, I bought 13s, the 13s fit, and they felt great the first several times that I wore them. I'll be honest with you though, the last couple of times that I have worn these boots, my feet have hurt when I have taken them off. They hurt after you've worn them for a while during the day. Tecovas also brags about the inner sole of this boot is glove leather. And underneath this glove leather inner sole, there's a cork bed that they put in there by hand. And they say that between the glove leather and the cork bed, this boot conforms to your foot. And this boot will become uniquely yours because the glove leather and the cork bed are perfectly shaped to fit your feet. And y'all, that was true the first couple dozen times I wore this boot. But the past couple times I've worn them, I felt like I've had no support. There's been no padding underneath my foot. And my feet hurt. The balls of my feet hurt. So I am going to have to get some insole inserts to put in here on top of the glove leather and cork bed, and hopefully my feet won't hurt. So just keep that in mind. Again, I don't wear these every day, so if you're going to wear your boots every day, your Tecovas Cartwright goatskin cowboy boots, keep that in mind. You may need to get some insole inserts. So having said that, do I still like these boots? Yes, I do. I just think these are cool looking boots. Hopefully the insole will fix my problems with it. I like the distressed look. I'm happy with these boots. I think Tecovas is a good company. The boots are made in Mexico. I think at some point they might have had some quality control issues. Hopefully they are fixed now. But they also, I believe, have a rather liberal return policy. So if you get your boots and your Lemonwood pegs are sticking out and you got problems with it, whatever, just send them back and get some new boots. So once I get some insoles in these, and once it cools off, so I don't have the needy toddler Elvis groupie problem of these boots making my feet hot because they're too tight on my calves, I will keep wearing the stew out of these boots. So I am going to post some pictures. I'm going to post some pictures of what they look like right out of the box. I'm going to post some pictures of what they look like 2 weeks later. As I said, Tecovas says within 2 weeks of buying them, they will get the distressed, antiqued, patinaed, well-worn, cool guy look that I like. And my friends, I will post a picture of what they look like now. I will say that the heel of them is scuffed up a little bit because I am a big guy and I have to use a boot jack to get my boots off. And even though it's a padded boot jack, it has scuffed up the back of the boots. But look, these are supposed to have that well-loved patinaed look. So a few scuffs on the back of the boot from a boot jack ain't gonna make a difference. If you are thinking about buying a pair of Tecovas Cartwright Scotch goat cowboy boots, I hope you find this 1 year update helpful. So this is a much shorter video than usual, I believe, folks, but I just wanted to touch base and give you information that I hope you find helpful. Let me end this video by asking you to do 3 things for me. I need you to give me the Fonzie thumbs up. Hey, hit subscribe and then ring that bell so the next time I fire up the old YouTube gizmo, you will be among the first to know. My friends, I always urge you to do 3 things at the end of my video, and I mean this from my heart. I want you to be good. I want you to be well. I want you to be happy. And I want God to bless you until we meet again. So good luck. God bless. Catch me next time. History.